Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're working on this Briggs and Stratton pressure washer, 2900 psi. Story goes, it'll start on choke and it'll idle okay, but as soon as he tries to give it any throttle, it just dies. So it sounds like it's running really lean. We're gonna pull the carb off. It ran fine last year, it just doesn't run fine this year. So being springtime, people are out pressure washing their patio furniture and their patios and their decks and stuff. So he needs to get this thing up and running. So let's jump in and see what we find. Okay, took the one screw out of the air filter cover, got the cover off. Air filter seems to be okay. Get that off to the side. I'm going right to the carburetor. Usually what it is anyways. Let's get these couple of screws out of here. We'll get the air filter housing plate off of there. Breather is attached. Should just pull out. Yeah, there we go. Out of the way. So the fuel, it does have a fuel valve. It's off. Looks a little goopy in the carburetor. Yep, looks a little goopy. I already have the ultrasonic cleaner warming up, so that's okay. Let's get the fuel line off there. I want to do a fuel flow test to make sure that nothing's plugged up in here. I'm just going to dump it into a cup. At the same time, we're going to check, see if there's any water in it. So, one little clamp here. Whoop, that's off. Hose is already loose. Let's get a, that's not clean. Let's get a cleanish receptacle so we can see what's in there. All right. Get off. There we go. We're just going to turn the valve on here. Got good fuel flow. Don't want to drain all this gas, I just want to check it. It's not cloudy and I'm not seeing a puddle of water inside it, so that's okay. A little bit of black floaties in there, but nothing too serious. I'm thinking we've got a jet or something clogged up in here. Get that out of the way. Got some of those 10s. Yeah. 10 millimeter. Get those two carburetor bolts off of there. Cracked loose. Cracked loose. Before we get that off, we're going to get our little governor damper spring off. I don't know if you guys need to be zoomed in a little more or what. Yeah, sure. Sure. Come on. There we are. Little governor spring here. This little tiny damper spring. You want to be careful with these. You don't want to mangle them and change their tension. So let's use some needle nose pliers. Get it out of there. Okay. Now it's an S. It's just a C hook on the end of that throttle rod. Once we get the carb off, we'll be able to unhook that. Ultrasonic cleaner is warming up. We're going to need it. Okay, bolts are loose. Whoa, easy now. We'll just give this a little bit of a turn, and that should wiggle right out of there. Here we are. Nice. Okay. And turn you guys around, we'll get you on the bench, and we'll take the bowl off of here and see what kind of magical things are in there. Come on, what is going on? Oh. All right, let's get that bowl off of there. Give that a little twist. Let's see what comes out. I'm just going to hold it over the same bowl that I got the fuel flow test in. I'm not seeing, not much comes out. There's a couple of drops. There's our main jet. I think there's some stuff in it. Yep, sure enough. Fuel comes in. Okay, let's see if the focus works today. That little hole there, and the matching one on the opposite side, that's where the fuel comes into the side and then it goes up in the center. There's a little bit of junk in there. I can see it's restricted quite a bit. The actual main jet is the center hole here, and that's what allows the fuel to go up into the carburetor. The side ones let the jet get its fuel, and the top one is what actually feeds it up. I'm just going to shove a little wire in there, see if I can see any junk come out with it. Oh, there's a little booger hanging on it, and it feels gummy on the wire. So the ultrasonic cleaner will certainly help that. Set that to the side. Let's get the bowl off of there. There's no water in it. Relatively clean. It's a little yellow. Float seems to be doing okay. The pin is a little sticky. It's been a little varnished. I think what we're going to have is this very small orifice or passage that's going to be plugged or partially plugged. Ding. Oh, come on. She's tight. Oh, man. Let's see if it comes out this side easier. Sometimes they come out one side only. Huh? That was easier. Get our float and our needle out. It is a metal tipped needle. It'll have a rubber seat. Flow into the bowl through there is okay. When you do blow these out with compressed air, always blow them that way. If you blow them this way, you run the risk of launching that seat right out of there. Yeah. Never seen it before. Let's see if that emulsion tube will push out of there. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're stubborn. Just gonna reach up in there. We just don't want to mangle anything. We don't want to damage anything. See if it pops out easy. If it does, it's a bonus. Nope. But it's not required. Bowl of gasket's been folded over here, and he was saying that there's a leak, a fuel leak, so I'm going to assume that it was that gasket that was not quite sitting in there right, and I believe I have new ones in stock. No pilot jets to come out. The cleaner I use in my ultrasonic cleaner is not going to harm that gasket, so it's not going to hurt any rubber or plastic parts. So, a couple of little spots here to shove a wire in, but just before it goes into the ultrasonic cleaner. One here. One here. And we're going to go straight up here. Yeah, went right through. Another one here. That does not go straight through, so I won't be able to see it on this side, but well, let's throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner for a bit and we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. Alright, so the carb survived the ultrasonic cleaning. Let's get her on there. Nothing too eventful, I just put it together, made sure I pushed wires through all the holes that were there. Little damper spring. Get in there, you little thing. Get in those pliers. Gotta convince them sometimes they want to go back in their home. Here we go. One bolt. Did manage to find a bowl gasket for it in my stash of things and stuff. That was handy. You're not a hoarder if you use this stuff. That's what I tell the wife anyways. There we go. That's that. Let's get our fuel line back on there. The wee clamp. Breather. Tube back in the hole. Two 8mm screws. Whoa, whoa, there you go. This should run pretty good. I did pull the plug out and had a look. It shows signs of running lean, but it's not terrible. So it's not actually an old machine, so I did not replace the plug. Not required. No sense spending the customer's money if he doesn't need to. Air filtre. Air filter housing. Make sure our choke rod goes through there. We'll turn the fuel on, let the bowl fill up. If it's going to leak, it'll leak in here. And I'm going to let that sit for a minute or two. And I'm going to drag her outside, hook the hose up, and run it. And see what happens. Give her a little bit of choke. There we go. Good to go. Runs good. Good under power. Oh, yeah, that's a crappy light. That's better. Anyways, this was done. Carb was dirty. Carb is now fixed. Engine runs good. And it runs on and off choke. It'll run down slow, but it doesn't like it. It does like to have a little more power. It's quite a bit of pressure for that engine at low RPM. So anyways, it is what it is. Thanks for joining me on this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that bell icon. If you do, it'll notify you when I upload new videos. Until the next one, take care.